What's up, everybody? Knife hands. Starting it off strong because I don't know what I'm gonna fully say yet. I'm just kind of using filler. No, I have a general idea of what my response is gonna be because I'm responding to Matt's challenge for last week, challenge number 4, and the challenge was to take that thing that you regret or the regrets in your past. Like I shared some last week of things I regret about where I'm at now or mistakes I've made and taking those regrets or what the word he used, those deficits, those things, and what can you make out of them? What can come from them? How can you do something? What are you going to do about it now? That even though you have those deficits in your life now, or those mistakes, those negative things, what can you do now to move forward, overcome those, or what can you do with it? How has it changed your life in a good way? Um, and mine was, you know, I've been arrested multiple times, and I'm a convicted felon. So there's a lot of baggage that comes with that. But there has been, and that's why it's hard to come up with something, a few things, because there has been so many things that I've seen that has affected in my life in a good way, in a bad way. Obviously, I think most people go like, yeah, those are bad things. But so much good and positive, so many positive things have come out of that for me in my life that looking back on, I've realized, and going through it, I had to realize too. I think starting with the biggest thing that I've been able to use that is it humbled me in an incredible way that where I'm almost thankful that it brought me to such a level. It lowered me to such a place that I just feel like I'm the bottom. And then being able to go to jail for so many different times and spend such a long period of time, 2 to 3 months with guys. And the first time I was there, I kind of put myself above, like I'm not someone who belongs here. But then second and third time, it's like I do belong here, and I'm nothing. And so my perspective on like how most of the time we rank ourselves above or below people, and I just that this experience has thrown that out the window, that thought process out the window for me, where I don't even see that. I just see everybody, we're all here, and I don't judge anybody by these mistakes that they've made. I don't rank them anywhere in that category, and that's benefited me a lot in relationships. And another way it's benefited me in relationships is people don't expect that from me, and every time people find out, I don't go announcing it, but if it comes up or people ask like, "Oh, how did this happen?" or "What your story?" They start digging. Then eventually, I'm honest with them and I say, "Oh, well, this happened. I got arrested and I had to serve time, and I am a convicted felon," and it surprises everybody. Nobody is like, "Oh yeah, you're yeah, I knew you were the jail type." Everybody is surprised, and that's a good. I think I've run into that being a good thing, especially with a lot of relationships I've made, because people are closed off to me initially because I seem a little goody goody, which I don't know why. I mean, I'm pretty chill, but like they still see I'm open about my faith. I'm not shy about my faith at all. So they know people around me know I'm a Christian, and if they're not Christians, they're closed off, or if they just have a bad perception of who God is, and they see me and I am who I am, and I'm a believer and I'm a lover of Jesus, they're closed off. But then all of a sudden they find out like, oh wait, but this dude who seems good and oh, he's got some baggage. And honestly, I mean, it seems a little cliche, but it honestly kind of like melts that wall a little bit. And they go, "What? Like you did some? Like what did you do?" And honestly, I see that that has been such a benefit in my life, with certain relationships, where I can just be on a level with people, and people don't initially, or don't not maybe not initially, but they don't just see me as that Christian dude or whatever. Um, and I can relate to people. I can relate to problems. I can relate to issues. I can relate to addictions and struggles in a way that others may not be able to. I can relate to the court process that others may not be able to relate to. I can relate to people in so many different ways. I can relate to broken relationships because of my arrests. I can relate to being arrested. Like, there's a lot of places I can relate to people that I can sympathize and not just empathize, that I wasn't able to before. And I see that play out a lot, and especially the people I hang out with and work with. Other ways. There's a lot of other ways. I kind of rolled off on that train for a while, but there was another thing that I can't quite recall in my memory. Oh, there's my kitty. Yeah, so I guess we'll stop it there. Anyway, we are way beyond, almost at 6 minutes. So those are two huge things. And then there was another solid one that didn't really deal with relationships, and I can't remember. Oh, but I can't get my things expunged. That was a thing. If I work hard and if I'm good, if I'm good for 7 years or whatever, and if I don't get arrested, which I haven't been, and I'm at year 5 out of 7, so after 7 years, I can get those things expunged and taken off my record. So there is a light at the end of the tunnel, potentially. It's hard to get felonies expunged, and I have 3 of them. It's hard to do that, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel. So I'm thankful for that, and I hope that I can continue to do well, and hopefully those will be off my record eventually. And we can go from there, and more doors can open up. If that doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But I don't want to keep talking. So here we go. See you, Matt. Thank you so much for this week's challenge. Thank you, everybody else, for watching. And I will see you next week.